Hello and welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel here today, guys, on a big day for this club. Heading into the summer transfer window, we all knew something had to give. Barça simply had to do something to reverse this economic situation, and today, those all-important economic levers, they may just have been activated. We are going to be talking about all of those details, along with Raphinha, Frenkie de Jong, and Memphis' future at the club. It is coming up for you. So let's do it. Because today's all-important video is coming to you courtesy of the One Football app today, which is the place to stay updated this summer on everything that is going on. And especially with what we're hearing today, there is going to be lots coming up. There are going to be plenty of rumours going around, given that Barça hopefully will be able to fully take part in this transfer window. But if we start with Raphinha, because his father has been talking just this week about a possible move this summer for his son, and he did actually admit that there was a real possibility, but it revolved around three parties. He said the interested club, singular there, talking about one specific club. He said the current club, and indeed the player. He said, but of course he does have a contract. Everything right now is calm around the situation, but the problem is right now for Raphinha, and the big details that have emerged today from Fabrizio Romano is that Leeds this summer want 55 million euros. And this is what I was getting at, guys, during that relegation battle with that all-important relegation clause. 25 million, it would have been a steal. It would have been an absolute bargain. But I knew then that once Leeds had stayed up, they had that power to demand whatever they wanted. And of course, they want a significant fee, and they've also said as well they wouldn't be happy to accept that fee in many instalments over many years, like something we did with Ferran Torres. They want that money up front and now, and I just don't think Barça are in any position, even with what we're going to discuss. I don't see us paying that. Nowhere near, and that could be us out of the Raphinha race. When it comes, though, to the future of Memphis Depay, indeed today quite a few quotes coming from the Dutch players as they're away on international duty. Memphis was very, very clear when he was asked whether he hoped to stay at Barca this summer. He said, yes, I want to stay. He said, I already feel at home in Barcelona after just one season. I look forward to reporting there again next season. And he spoke about his time throughout the campaign whereby he was the club's top goal scorer. He's very much aware of that. He said, even despite the injuries, and this is where I want to be playing my football next season. And of course a big decision will need to be made this summer, given that he will be entering that final year of his contract. But of course Frenkie de Jong, that's the big topic right now, and everything that we're hearing day in day out about Frenkie leaving, about Frenkie staying, about Barca putting Frenkie on the market. What has he got to say about his future? Well, again, crystal clear. You could not ask for him to be any more clear about what he wants to do. He said, again, I prefer to stay in Barcelona. He said, I've said this many times before. Barca is the club of my dreams. Ever since I was little, he said, I don't want to talk about rumours anymore. I feel good at Barcelona. So Frenkie is in no doubt at all what he wants to do this summer. He said, never have I felt any regret regarding choosing Barcelona coming here from Ajax. He said, definitely not. Barcelona is the club of my dreams, and it has been since I was a kid. And he said about next season, I've already spoken with Xavi. He said, but that was mainly about football, about the squad, about what we need to improve upon. He said, but the club haven't told me anything else. He said, the club haven't proposed anything to me. They haven't brought me any offers. So I am assuming that there is nothing going on, which of course is very interesting, especially as we move on to the big day, the big numbers, because are we going to have to sell Frenkie de Jong this summer? That was very much a last resort option to raise cash, or is there another way? Because today, the entirety of the Barcelona board met for a crunch meeting where they simply had to work out what they were going to do, what economic levers were going to be activated to not only have a cash injection, but most importantly there to give us some room, to give us some salary margin within La Liga's incredibly strict wage cap. Now, according to multiple sources right now in the Catalan media, the outcome of that meeting has brought the following results. These are the numbers that we're looking for right now. Barça apparently have completely decided to sell Barça licensing and merchandising rights, 49.9%. So, of course, Barça there still holding the majority stake, but nearly selling half there of Barça licensing and merchandising. And that there will bring in a total of 200 million euros this summer. So that's one of the deals that Barça have chosen to activate. They have also said in today's meeting that they will sell 10% of the TV rights to the CVC deal that La Liga was so insistent upon. That will bring in 270 million and also count towards our wage margin. That may free up the all-important space that we need. And along with that too, a further 15% of our TV rights apparently will be sold to Goldman Sachs at 270 million. Now, we all know that these deals will happen sort of over a length of time. They will be quite lengthy deals, we're led to believe, and that would there bring in a total of 740 million euros this summer. And I've got to be honest with you, right now, guys, looking at those numbers, certainly everything, we get new information minute by minute, and what I want to say very, very early on here is that I am not a financial expert. And I know the majority of us here, we're here for football. We are not here for number crunching. So I don't actually want to give any huge verdict on those decisions because I think we have to learn more. We have to know more about the structuring of the deal, about the length of the deal, about specifics here into each of these deals before we can give a complete judgment. Because without that information, we can't jump to any conclusions here. What I would say is, we know we're in a desperate situation. We know what we've been hearing in the media, whereby if we didn't activate something, if we didn't do something this summer, we weren't going to take part in the transfer window. We couldn't register anyone. We'd have to sell Frenkie de Jong for sure. And I just wonder here about these decisions that have been made about not only in the short term, but also looking to the long term as well, getting Barca out of this financial mess. Is this going to be the answer? Like I say, we're going to have to wait and see. Nothing right now you couldn't say yes or you couldn't say no. What I also want to make sure you're aware of, guys, as well, is that actually this is not a done deal yet. This is not something that's been passed and finalised because, as with all the big decisions at Barca, it's got to go with the socios first. The club members are going to have to vote on whether they approve these plans. So they will get to say whether or not they want this to go ahead. That voting will happen on June the 16th to decide if these economic plans are going to be passed and that this summer things may change for Barca. And believe me, guys, we are going to be talking much, much more about this as we get more and more information. But quite clearly today, movements are being made. Quite clearly today, things are happening, which one way or another we needed in order to make any progress this summer. And let's wait and see now. Let's analyse this in further detail, and then we shall see what sort of summer transfer window we are going to have as a club. Please do let me know, guys, all of your reaction down below, your reaction here to these deals that go through, the words of Frenkie de Jong, the words of Memphis, and indeed that big price tag that Leeds now have on Raphinha's shoulders. Let me know that down below. There will be more information coming and more videos for you, along with, of course, as well, over on MORETALKFCB today, La Finalissima between Argentina and Italy. The match on Wednesday at Wembley. The match preview is over on MORETALKFCB for you guys. A big thank you indeed for OneFootball Today for all of their help and support. Like I say, you can download that in the link down below. I'll see you soon. But until next time, as always, Vizca, El Barça.